from the beginning, I'm gonna let you know that this video will not be edited. This is going to be raw content, original, all me. I want you to know that from now on, we're all going to be original. No more editing, no more nothing. Just yourself. Who are you? Who are you? Remember like that meme? But yeah, so let's getting back to this. This video is to you, to the universe, to your perspective, to your well-being, to abundance, to love, to happiness, to peace and clarity, to all of that, to the universe itself. Well, my light just fell. Maybe the light is not meant to be. I'm just gonna let that light fall. So that's scary. Anyways, I'm just gonna let you all know that well-being is really where it's at. You can change your life. No matter where you at, you are possible. You have the willpower. You have all of that to be able to change where you are. Only you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your friend, not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend. Nobody but you. You are here for yourself, and you are here to help everybody else too. But first, you need to figure out yourself. You can't help nobody if you don't figure out yourself. Think life as like if you were an airplane. Getting back to it. Let me find my notes real quick. Let me get them in order because, like, for real, I really want you guys to know that I took in so much work. Like, I really put in so much work for this, and I'm so happy that I really like stood up and was like, F it, you know, I'm gonna do this video. Fuck editing it. Like, I'm going to, you guys are gonna see all my bullshit. Not bullshit, but like, if I fuck up, oh, like that, like if I F up, you know, like if I do something weird or if I do something wrong, that's original. It's okay. We will make mistakes, and I will prove that. And if I do a mistake in my video, you guys are just gonna have to, you know, like, deal with it, because that's how you deal with mistakes. You deal with it, you let it go, you move on, because there's gonna be more things to deal with tomorrow. If you don't even deal with it today, you're carrying that to tomorrow too. So this is why procrastination is like, I'm all up in your face, my bad. Procrastination is literally like, I wouldn't even see a demon, because they're gonna be like, oh my god, Mary, I was saying stupid shit. No, procrastination is like an energy that's like lingering. This is just like chilling, like a very lazy stone dude that doesn't care about life. Like, not here, I'm not shaming nobody that, you know, but I'm just letting you know. There's always that one person that's not motivating, that uses substances to numb themselves for negative reasons, not understanding that you have to face life head on. Head on. Just like, you know, they say that, you know, those festivals that you take substances like LSD, shrooms, smoke Mary Jane, you know, like full experience of another consciousness, of another dimension, of another perspective that has more of a pineal gland activation type of energy going on, and great vibes, love, happiness, dancing, and everything, you know. They say when you see somebody there that's walking like feet first, that says they're having a bad trip, because they're trying to like step like is this gonna be like quicksand? Am I gonna fall? Oh my god, is this they're walking with like their feet testing the ground first. But a person that's having a good trip, they're heading live like head on, because that's how you're supposed to like handle life and face life. You're supposed to be head on, because your head is what holds all your thoughts. So when you have a clear thought with so much with like motivation, great energy, you know, you're feeding yourself good food, you're giving all that good energy, and you're gonna have the same experience, you know. This is, I'm using that explanation of a trip and a bad trip because that's how it is. At the end of the day, they say we are living a simulation. So right now you can technically be having a bad trip because life is not really how you expected it. And you know, psychedelics are like things that make you see what you don't want to feel at that very moment, especially or at this very moment, especially when you're sober. Like sometimes you can take something and create a void that is so much with something else. Even when you're sober or on drugs or anything, you're hurting yourself even more. So you just gotta keep on going head on. But when I say that head on, you have a clear mind. You have, your head is on. You switch the switch. It's not just like your brain working, it's everything. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I'm going to switch to that wall right there, and that little guy right there, okay, has his head on. Not the cap, but his head, like his brain, you feel me? So he's cracking the code. He's really facing life head on because he knows nobody's gonna tell him what to do with their controller because they're in control of their own lives. They know that. And this is why it's good to really like have a clear mind, because then you know, is it me or is it somebody else? What am I doing with my own knowledge, you know? So that's my pitch. Let me start on with what really worked for me for the past week or two, that I've been doing this differently. And I did the shower thing once but right now in Connecticut it's stupid cold. All right, rewind. Give me a quick second to get this together, because for sure I was showing my sister the video thing and she was reading through the notes and she really liked it, and she was like, whoa, you have me thinking about the situation that I'm going through right now, and it's helping me. Like there's a clarity in my mind that it's telling me what's right, and knowing what's right instead of having anxiety, guilt over it, it's so much better. Like, you know what's right, but you might hurt people. Knowing what's right and knowing what's better and why it's better, no matter, sometimes some people have to get hurt in order for you to move on, because some people expect more than what you need to do or what's out of your path. Like, not everybody you meet is great, but everybody you meet is teaching you a lesson. If you're not really learning lessons from the people you're meeting, like, what are you doing with it, you know? So I'm 8 minutes deep into this video and I haven't started telling you the tips. So before I hit like 10 minutes, I'm about to like tell you the tips so you can, you know, if you're getting bored of me, leave with some information that's useful, unless you found that conversation that we just had useful. Mind you, I haven't made a video in a long time, so hey, there's no edits either, so you know, let's get it. So let's start out as this. You're a plane. Let's put that in perspective. You're in a plane. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions that, if you want, you can pause this video after every question to write it down and really answer them yourself so you can follow with me, you know? So we are experiencing life as a plane right now. And I'm going off my notes, so listen, hear me out. So, of course, now that I got my train back into that, thank you very much. Sometimes I lose like attention, but I'm back. You guys, I can't be insecure about that because I'm working on it and we all got things to work on. So I'm back. So first questions I'm going to ask you is, if you're like a pilot, the airplane, I can't even say that word. Who's fuck. You know, sometimes like speaking to a different language can really mess up some words. Although I can speak very good English and Spanish, porque también hablo español y, you know, soy boliviana. For the people that are watching, if they're Spanish, hola, porque cuando vemos otras personas hispanas, nosotros ¿qué le decimos? Hablamos en español, ¿verdad? So, and sometimes the español sale todo like como verga, you feel me? It really depends how my tongue feels that day too, because I can switch in between los dos lenguajes y también hacerme entender. Lo importante es que te hagas entender, ¿no? So entonces, therefore, who's piloting your life? Piloting. Who's controlling your life? Like the pilot. Who's the pilot? Is it you, your brain, your thoughts? What are you doing with all that knowledge that's running through your head at that very moment? As in, like, who's driving the airplane? You get it? Then, how often do you check your guidance system? You know, an airplane needs a really good GPS, because if you lose yourself and run out of gas, what's gonna happen? You are gonna depress yourself and lose yourself. Just like the plane lost track with its navigation, lost gas, this energy, and fell and died. Because depression is when your energy dies. In a way, your energy died, your tank is empty, you don't know where the fuck your charger is, and what happens? You feel lost, you feel confused, right? So, going back to the questions, if for the question that I even asked before, do you even have a guiding system? What is it? You know, like, how do you cope with it? How do you cope when you're coming down from the up? Because, you know, even the sun comes down from its up. So how is your guidance system? Like, how are you guiding yourself? How are you coping with it? You know, like, and using this as an example of, you know, let's say I'm going from Bolivia to United States. How long is it gonna get me there? You know, Bolivia is my starting point right now, my present. United States being my final destination, the goal. You know, like where you want to be at. Not saying United States is where you want to be at. I'm just using an example, but so this makes you think. If you were a pilot, what would you want to check in the airplane? First of all, you're going to check if your system is working. Your system is working. You're going to check if your pineal gland, your third eye, your buttons, your navigation, you know, like your brain, your pineal gland, it's on. And you got to see if you're balanced as well by, you know, meditating and stuff. But yeah, so now that I give you that example, don't know if it's the greatest example, but from there you're gonna see what goals, your destination, right? Did you pick a destination that's too far away? How far apart are all your destinations, and are they constant? You know, they say the best goals to create is the goals that you can have in 3 to 6 months, because you can catch up with it, you know. Like, don't make a goal that's from here to 5 years, you know, because you don't know what can happen in 5 years. So much things can change. Like, did anybody expect the COVID? It could have affected a lot of people's dreams and hopes that they had, you know, because unfortunately we live in the world that anything can happen, not pointing any fingers, but there's a lot of control here. And when they see that people are consciously noticing their guiding system on the navigation, on their GPS of their airplane, when they see that people are actually paying attention and don't have their airplane on autopilot, that's when, I don't know who, fulano gets concerned because they lose power. Don't forget, I'm not trying to get at you guys anything. Respect to everything, because we share this universe. But some people like to manipulate others, and it's not nice. And I've been manipulative at times, and I have been, everybody has different sides. I just don't feel like that's right. But hey, I respect everybody's decision, and you guys know why you guys do certain things. You guys know your own perspective to life. So when some people take advantage of people on autopilot mode, things like that happen. You fall underneath the programming that they're in, because everybody is trying to teach us something, and some people use their teachings and their knowledge for their own personal whatever. So how we can figure out how to not fall underneath the chains of somebody's bad habits of trying to have control over the fucking world, we're gonna figure out how to organize our lives. Sounds good? Because I've tried it, and I feel like it worked. I really sincerely feel like it worked. I feel like it worked, and I just want to tell you that anything that you do different to better yourself will work, because you are putting the right vibration for a better, higher vibration. And I really need you to really put that in perspective, because it's so important. You guys really have to understand that we're energy. We're really energy, I guess, inside of a body or something like that. We have energy points in our body that tell us if we're good or not. That energies that can give us diseases if they're all or one of them are out of rotation, and they're not rotating enough, and they're dim. You can end up throat chakra, thyroids, crown chakra, and third eye. You can get really bad headaches, dude. Your body will tell you if you're having digestive problems, you're having problems with these chakras right here. If you feel like you're in survival mode, this baby right here, this activated. That baby right there is like, yo, I feel like something's gonna happen all the time. I feel like. No. When you're grounded, you're grounded. You're grounded, this baby is shining. All of them. Meditating, putting yourself in the perspective of being calm, of being in peace, of trying, of wanting to be in peace. You're bringing all these chakras into alignment, because if you help the universe get you better, the universe will get you better. You got to think of life like when you awaken yourself, it's not anymore at the beginning it's like this, right? It's like I'm a human here on earth with a purpose, right? And now, since everything is coming to the way it is, you're a human here on earth with a purpose for the universe. The universe is asking for our help. The universe wants us to raise our vibrations, because the universe needs help from some weird people. Not saying any names, buddy, but some weird people that just want to do something weird, and the universe is like, dude, you guys gotta get this shit together, because there's gonna be people down the block and shit, and they're gonna want to take over your block, and just let you know this block is yours, and if they take it, you guys not gonna have nothing. You're gonna be overpowered and taken for granted, and your children would be like, I don't even want to get into that, because why would I? It's like, you guys know, and you're being so naive. So let's get organized. I feel like I just babbled out of it, but let's get organized. So I'm going to read you right off of this, because all this information is gold. So I put, with a star, organize your life. To move forward, it will be easier if you remove baggage and tension. That's something we already know. Anything in life is energy. If you carry too much, whether it's physical or emotional, progress will be hampered. Dude, don't hold on to that fuckboy that hurt your feelings, bro. Don't, because whether you like it or not, that nigga's still eating. Oh, I don't. Can you say that on YouTube? We'll figure out after I post it. That guy has been eating, pooping, laughing, drinking, having fun while you're crying. So don't underline all your beauty for a F-boy. Let go of the baggage and the tension, baby. Let's move on. Organize to prioritize wellness and success. This is very important because who doesn't want wellness and success? That's how you start. Within wellness, that's where you start. Because if you're good within, your surroundings is going to be better. You are the reflection of your environment. Don't be naive, baby. How do you organize your life? Let's start there. For example, we can always clean your clutter. So if your room is always dirty, that's how your brain is at this very moment. So, dude, you have dirty socks all over the floor of your brain. You have dirty undies on somewhere in between your brain stuff. And you have stinkiness and negative energy from all the clothes and people's energies that got stuck to your clothes throughout the day. And you know, people might not believe in that, but there is even chemicals in the air right now that if you walk outside, you're just already like contaminated. So we really have to put into perspective that it is no longer a joke. It's 2020, and even if we run out of a resource, we will be under a big problem, like a big fat problem. And Sky Daddy is gonna be like, yo, you guys are on your own. I'll let you guys know this like 15 years ago or something, but you guys are naive. I even been telling people back in the 1900s, like, it's all about awakening your consciousness, but all they did was kill them. So yeah, so after you clean your clutter, check the environment. Does it drain you or improve you? Does your friends drain you or improve you? How are your friends doing right now? How are your friends motivating you? How are your friends supporting you? Do you feel like after that you guys hang out? How do you truly feel? And don't be naive, bro. Be real to yourself, bro. Seriously. Don't lie to yourself. Well, you gotta be the most dishonest person if you're sitting here and lying to your damn self. But I'm not nobody to shame nobody, so it's just, you know, not an opinion. It's a fact. So after you checked your environment, seeing if it's draining you or improving you, what is your financial energy? Like, think about it. How are you feeling right now financially? Like, are you making bills? Are you getting to the right, you know, like deadlines? Like, do you have extra money? Do you have fun money? Do you have enough money to eat? Do you feel like it's not enough? Do you feel like you're at the point where you're like, I'm working forever and I still can't? What's going on? Well, if you change what you have to change, you'll figure it out. All you have to do is change something. Like, something has to go, something has to be removed for some new energy to come in. If you don't remove, you won't have enough space. So let's talk about your financial energy. I might sneeze because I just felt the, you know, like, little annoying. What are you spending your money on? And how is that, you know, where's that getting you? How is that affecting you? And are you tracking your money? Like, oh, I want to sneeze. So you guys just experienced an unedited video. Anyways, this video is almost going on to 30 minutes, so dude, like, I don't even know if I should stop here. Nah, F it. We're going through. So you really gotta see how are you spending your money and how are you tracking it, dude. Because if most of us work hourly, you know, so Every time you use unnecessary time of your life to grab a materialistic thing or something, a substance or something, you know, you're using time of your life. So think about your money like time of your life now. It's to be like, damn, it's 350 hours of my life worth this. 350 hours, dog. That's a lot of time, but if you really put in perspective how expensive some of our luxuries are and how much effort we put into it, you really gotta put in if you're getting paid hourly, think about how much hours you're gonna work for what you want. If you're even working, you know, because some people are making it out here, like hustling, doing their own thing with their own business and things. And you know, I think the point should be that we all should be entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, organizations are not gonna have protection under us, of us, not protection, but like power, you know, like they say they have protection of us, but they won't have power over our consumption and things if everything is being by your own, you know, like homemade things like that. So you're gonna be under the influence of your own, because you know, back then people used to have like their own little businesses and they all used to like do trades and things like that. But hey, I don't know if that's gonna come back, because the way people are nowadays, but and the power that has grown on top of us. And just know that your money, it's your lifetime. So track it, know how you're spending it, and put it towards what you really need and want, but more to what you really need, because what you want can be changed sometimes. Like what you want, something is not really what you want. Maybe what you want is something that you're using to cover a void or something, because to be real, like some things we don't really need that we want. Until you have responsibility or financing, you'll be a value to money. Nigga, oh, I don't know if I can say that. Oh my goodness. Value yourself. What's your net worth? You okay? Let's get into this. Some people like really have a lot of problems with relationships, you know, like some people really like have a lot of problems with relationships. And you know, we all have mommy and daddy issues sometimes in different ways, and we don't know that, and we just use it as a void. Some of us are using our mommy, and we're using sex to cover our voids for our mommy and daddy issues. Like our parents sometimes don't know how much they can fuck us up sometimes by their teachings and programming. You know, when I say that, it's like the programming, dude. The programming, when I say that, is how they raised you, dude. The doctrine, that's the programming, dude. Like seriously, taking perspective, like your parents were raised the way they raised you, and sometimes the second child is raised different, because sometimes they realize that they fucked up with you and they don't want that to happen to the next child. So don't feel upset over it, because you know what, you created yourself. If your parents fucked up, you created yourself, and you can create your best self still, because if you could create who you are right now, affected by other people still, you can create better things. Because when you understand that other people's shit should not affect you, you will create your own universe, because you will know anything you do would affect you the way you know it would affect you. Don't be naive. We all know the truth at one point. So ask yourself these questions, okay? Do you spend enough time nurturing relationships that really matter? Do you maintain toxic relationships that no longer serve you? Some people do, bro. Don't be toxic to yourself. Like, don't be naive, because be realistic. Like, there's really people that are just using us for energies, and they don't even know that, dude. It's called energy vampires. Look it up. So the next question is, are you authentic or honest? Like money in most relationships they are not organized in a conscious matter. Dude, get organized. For real, I'm telling you, like, get those thoughts together and really figure out, put yourself in perspective. Like, meditate. When you meditate, dude, I'm telling you right now, when you meditate and put it in perspective, you know what? Meditating will do the job for you, okay? And in the next video, I will continue with the rest because I don't want to make it longer than 33, you know? But I'm going to let you know this right now, and I won't continue the rest into the next video. When you meditate, you put yourself in a great energy circle, and you energize yourself because you start understanding that they're just thoughts running through your head. Don't cling on to every thought. Don't, because it's just things that are vibrating around you. It could be, sorry, I was burping, gross. But it could just be an energy that you caught on the street, dude. It could be an energy that somebody just like passed over to you, you know? Like, people are so negative sometimes that it's so crazy to say this, but even when you don't notice it, but people are so negative sometimes that when you go home, you would probably feel the same shit. And you won't know why, and you will even notice that it was because of them. Some people just eat your soul up. And that's what meditation is here for. Unfortunately, people do that, and we have to recharge because we're tired. We're tired of people doing this, you know. And some people will never be conscious in this life until they let go of their ignorance. So, coming to what I was saying, be conscious. When you meditate, you don't even have to go or do what you guys call weird shit or whatever. Just lay down with some really nice music and start focusing on your breath. Dude, sometimes I know it's really hard to breathe in and breathe out, but you need to continue with it. Just continue with it. If you breathe more, you're letting out more negative energy. You're making space in your brain to be able to get organized. You're figuring out the energies that are helping you and the energies that are draining you. You know, you need to oil your pilot. You need to oil your plane. I guess. I don't know how that works, but whatever. That don't even make sense. You need to take care of your plane, maintain it, bring it to the mechanic and things like that, you know? Care about it. Love yourself. Love yourself, nigga. Like, fuck everybody. Love yourself. That's what's more important. Self-love. Because when you figure out self-love, realization comes in. Good knowledge, peace, clarity, mental health. Then, boom, physical health. Abundance, maturity, love. When love is present, nothing could ever go wrong. Love